We also just want to take a quick second to recognize the yearbook team. So if you are one of the yearbook staff, could you stand up can we thank them?
Do you want me to call Dillo back up? Do you want me to call Dillo back up?
For what?
Nothing. That's all we have. Perfect. All right.
As I was wrestling with what to say on the last day, it really can be either being reflective on the year or kind of a way to think about how to move forward with what you've learned, what you've grown through, and what you've experienced. So here's where I want to. This is our yearbook, and there's that. Sorry about that. We'll go back forward. Okay, so that's the cover of the yearbook, which is kind of cool. And the whole idea was side by side, right? So side by side has to do with that you are side by side with your friends. And you saw that video as the video went through. There was a lot of pictures of you guys together and you guys experiencing life together. And so when it comes to life, one of the hardest things to do in life is to love well. It comes to like something like water bottles. Okay, those are puppies. When it comes to water bottles, everybody knows that it's kind of funny. We don't know where the water comes from. It could come from someone's spigot, but we just trust that people are like, oh, this is purified drinking water. Right? And we look at this, and one of this is they add something onto the top of it. Do you know what this thing is right here? What? Right, that's a cap, okay? So the cap is something that is absolutely vital to this water bottle, okay? So inside of the water bottle is water, right? So that's why it's called a water bottle, right? So when it comes to having the water bottle here with us, hold on, let me keep that up. I want to propose this thought to you guys as you move forward and tie it into the water bottle, this illustrious, beautified drinking water. Psalms 86:15 says, "But you, O Lord, are a God of compassion, unfailing love and faithfulness." God is full of love, faithfulness, compassion, mercy, and He cap on. We leave the cap on. And guess what happens? That means that we aren't able to pour it out. And so for us, I think just if you could say, don't forget to let love in. Because here's what happens. When God pours love into us and we see that we are created by God, we start there. We are created for His purposes, His love. And as we recognize that apart from all of our stuff, our history, God loves you. That's all you need to know. Because you will mess up. I mess up. And if we rest in the mess ups, we will be messed up. But God says, I've got you. One of the most beautiful pictures I could ever imagine in my mind of God and you, especially when you're going through something tough, is and looking you deeply into your eyes. And He says, I've got you. I've got you. To me, that is the ultimate of love. And so when we think about letting love in, we also have to let love out. But here's the problem. Too much selfie isn't healthy. When you think about yourself too much, it gets unhealthy. The worst type of person, they suck all the energy into the room and they bring it right back onto them. And so whenever we think too much about ourselves and not others, and there is a tension there, because we have to think about ourselves on one level, but too much of it is not good. So first of all, we recognize that God loves us. We need to love others. We also need to understand that too much selfie isn't healthy. There's a story of a little girl who is drawing a picture. Her desire was to draw a picture of God. And the teacher comes up to her and says, nobody knows really what God looks like. And guess what? Fake is a mistake. One of the things you hear today, and I would say this to you, is be yourself. Be yourself. Because here's fundamentally at the core of who you are, I need everybody's attention. Eyes up here. If you're not listening with your eyes, you're not paying attention. Be yourself does not mean you do what you want. I've heard people say this. They say, well, I'm just an open book. That's just who I am. And they just throw up who you are. Okay? There has to be, Mr. Burbach loves food. I love food a lot. I love steak a lot. But what happens is, well, if you're being true to yourself, then you need to eat steak every night. And honestly, I would love that. But guess who would not like that? My budget. I couldn't afford it. So it doesn't make sense. You doing what you want is not being true to yourself. It's doing what you should do is being true to yourself. And knowing who you are as a human being. That quote is from a friend of mine, Dale Fincher, and he says you need to know who you are before you can be true to who you are. And each of you has a different fingerprint of God on you, and it's amazing. But at the same time, being yourself does not mean you do what you want to do. But that's kind of a weird tension too, that fake and being fake is a mistake. I would say everybody in here at some level has tried very hard to be something they're not. I want to project myself to be smarter than I am. I want to project myself to be more athletic than I am. And honestly, in this social media world where we can project whatever we want, it's really, really tempting. We all have a wrestling with managing our image. But being fake is a mistake. Fake is a mistake. All right. I want to close today with a special thing. If I could ask Miss Pinard to come up here. Ask Miss Alford, Mrs. Dillo again, Mrs. Jasis, Mrs. Stebbins, and Miss Jones. Miss Jones. Seeing people thrive and grow and teachers do awesome jobs. And I can tell you, you five have contributed to CCA in a truly spectacular us in the fall, and we want to honor them. We want you to know, and we want them to know that you guys will be missed. Yeah. You years, right? And we want an arrangement for you. There you go. And we just want to say how much we appreciate each and every one of you and the impact that you've had here at CCA. Thank you. Thank you. I got it. Is there anything you want to say? You want to say anything? It's on.
Each one here has served 20 years at Concord Christian Academy. Mrs. Jasis, thank you. She was here at Concord Christian School and Concord Christian Academy. Mrs. Stebbins has served 10 years. Okay, Concord Christian School, Concord Christian Academy. Mrs. Dillo, 3 years and another year, so to speak. But you have been so much in our hearts. And Mrs. Alford, 1 year, and Mrs. Jones. So thank you so much. The teachers are the gold in the bank.
They are.
You all, we so appreciate you because you are the real ministers to all the students, and we're so grateful for you.
I'm going to take a moment here. Thank you for staying up here and pray over you and pray over our community as we move forward here at Concord Christian. God, thank you for these teachers. Thank you for their impact. Lead them into the beauty that you have created on this earth for them. And God, I pray that as we continue, everybody, come to know you better and to walk in your truth in amazing and beautiful ways. And we love you for that. At this time, I'm going to, I need middle school and high school to stay still. And then elementary, you are dismissed. Thank you.
So for middle and high school yearbook distribution, middle school,